Hey guys, Jared back again with part 2 of my Ulefone Be Touch 2 review. Now getting into the camera, the rear-facing shooter is a 13 megapixel Sony IMX214, which has been the go-to camera for a lot of China phone OEMs. That said, even though there's much better cameras out there to choose from, I'm sure glad they went with the IMX214 instead of some of the much lesser quality China phone cameras out there. Now, one thing I noticed right away that I didn't like was the camera protrusion. Like, there's a ton of other phones out there with the exact same camera, but it's flush with the rest of the back. But for some reason, Ulefone placed it poking out. And even with the free case that it comes with, it still pokes out even through that. Pictures come out quite underwhelming looking most of the time due to a lack of tack-sharp focus and basically zero dynamic range. I also found it pretty difficult to nail down the exposure in auto mode, where more often than not, brightly lit portions would be way overexposed, or the camera would try and adjust by way underexposing. In darker scenes, like with this old abandoned building, the area was shaded by all the trees, which forces the camera to slow its shutter speed down for exposure compensation, which then results in blurry images. But of course, that's what we get with the Sony IMX214 sensor. But not all pictures were bad. Some of them look pretty good, and is it just me, or do these IMX214 cameras take some awesome macro shots? Video quality is still lacking in a severe way with the IMX214. I mean, it'll get the job done in a pinch, but the focus and sharpness still needs improvement, and the exposure transitions are just horrible. But again, it'll get the job done in a pinch. Now, there's usually not too much to talk about when it comes to the front-facing selfie cams, but this one's pretty cool. It's a 5 megapixel sensor with a little friend beside it. Take a look at that. A front-facing flash. I mean, I know it's nothing new, but it's still pretty sweet to see on a phone that costs less than $200. And yes, even though in low light my selfie still came out with an insane amount of grain, check out the alternative without flash. So again, in a pinch, the front flash is better than nothing. And finally, battery life. It comes with a removable 3050 milliamp hour battery, and with my normal usage has been right where I want to see it. It'll last me the whole day with maybe 20 to 30% left before I put it back on the charger at the end of the night. And standby time has been awesome thanks to the no bells and whistles stock Android experience. The heavy usage with media consumption via YouTube has been just slightly disappointing, where on other phones with similar capacity batteries, giving me about 3.5 to 4.5 hours of screen on time under heavy usage, but with the Be Touch 2, I was only able to snag just over 3 hours. I mean, it's pretty close to where we want to see it, but still falls a little short. Well, there you have it. There's plenty of other China phones out there that have less impressive specs for the same price point of under $200, but where the Be Touch 2 has some strengths, it also has its weaknesses. But that's it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. But thanks as always for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Cheers.